Hope everybody's having a great day today. So we got a service call at one of our customers that's got a no heat call. So you're saying it's the main dining room. So this is what we're looking at. A lot of snow up here. Apparently it snowed its butt off here in Jackson. So I got that inducer motor that's running. I don't have any heat coming out of it. Let's check this inducer motor. This one's running, I can smell it. Yep, that one's running. Let's see here. This one don't sound like it's running at all. Yeah, that one might be satisfied. Whoa. Oh man, that one's running. It is a slippery mess up here. All right. So we got this one. Alright, replace both heat exchangers on 419. I love it when we come up with stuff like this. That heat exchanger was replaced back in 2019. So for lucky, maybe they just forgot to turn the gas valves on. Anybody who does HVAC knows that sometimes we're not that lucky. Now those gas valves are on. These heat exchangers sound horrible. I mean the inducer motors. Alright, so we're gonna shut it down and restart it. And see what we got going on, because clearly we got a problem here. Because I smell gas too. Never mind. Check it out, guys. So that's the stuff that I'm talking about. Now we have gas. Let's see if they fire up. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the equipment though. All right, let's see what this is gonna do. Because looking at that gas valve was off. The gas valve didn't even look like it's working. Yeah, she's working. So, this is just your basic Lennox unit. You got 3 stages of cooling, 2 stages of heat. You know, you got all your contactors here. You got your board. Your ignition modules. This is a part of the fire system that's on it. Now our fan capacitors, our relays for our fans, our condenser fan motors. We got 3 condenser motors. So we should be getting ready to start up here shortly. You know, it happens. It does. I'm not gonna say it does not happen. You know, me personally, whenever we do them, you know, we cut the gas off to them because, you know, we do have to replace the gas valves. And, you know, sometimes things, you know, forget to get turned on. You know, I wish I can say that it does not happen. Unfortunately, it does. You know, it kind of goes without, without saying, where the system's tested. You know, whoever installed the heat exchangers, did they fire it up? You know, did they actually test the equipment? You know, unfortunately, I don't know. You know, it's quite possible that you know, that the equipment didn't have heat all last year. I don't know, but we are going to find out. You know, and we're gonna walk around here. So you got your blower assembly in here. Your heat exchangers are actually going to be in there. Heat exchangers on these Lennox units, they're actually fairly simple to do. You know, you can take everything out from here. You can take your burners out. You can take your inducer motors out. And, you know, ultimately, whenever you do the heat exchangers, you know, take the lid off. You know, take the cap off, which is this. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but we're not even connected. Those inducer motors sound horrible. So we should have some ignition here shortly. My inducer motors came on. I'm just a little concerned. I don't have any igniters yet. There we go. There we go. So we fired off now. Oh yeah. We've got flame. Now it's quite possible, I'm not 100% sure, but it's quite possible that the customer is going to get a smell downstairs, because I do not know if these were fired up or if the other company that installed them, if they did a test fire. I test fire them, but you know, it's hard to know if they did or not. I am burning off some dust. I've got a little bit of flame coming back, and that's just burning the dust off of the actual system here. You know, we got our flame sensor right here. You know, and our igniters are right here. Which, you know, whenever if I'm changing out a whole heat exchanger, I'm gonna want to change out my flame sensors. I'm gonna want to change out my igniter. You know, and these inducer motors, they sound horrible. Well, it's mainly this one. You know, it does not sound pleasant at all. Yeah, they do not sound pleasant whatsoever. Oh, let's check our other stage of heat. Make sure that we have, yeah, we got heat coming out of there. Oh man, what in the world happened here? So yeah, you know, sometimes it's just that easy. You know, it's quite possible somebody, you know, came up here and done a PM and, you know, cut off the gas. You know, you know, there could have been any kind of reasons why the gas was off to the equipment. You know, but with something like this, like I said, you know, my rollout switches, I would have replaced them. You know, there's a lot of rust on them. My flame sensors are rusted out on them. You know, my inducer motors, they just sound horrible. I'm not getting any error codes on my board. So, but yeah. I mean, I like seeing this. I like that companies do this. I like that technicians do this. A blower section was replaced too. You know, because this right here does give us an insight on the things that have been done to the equipment. Now, you can go back if a piece of equipment is under warranty, you can go back and, you know, go to Linux and you can find out the service history of that piece of equipment. You know, but if, you know, a system like this right here that's not under warranty, you know, it's real hard to find out the service history of what's been changed. You know, today I am going to be recommending that we replace that inducer motor because that thing sounds bad. You know, but as of right now, you know, we can check our, exhaust temperature. Where's my temperature gun at? Well, I thought we could. Apparently I don't have it on me. Wonder what happened to my screen on my GoPro, man. Can't have anything nice anymore, can we? Yeah, well, we got some nice heat. I'm not seeing any flame roll out on it. Yeah, there's no flame rolling out. So yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna check the store, you know, see how smelly it is in there. Unfortunately, when you know, that's another important thing about preventive maintenance is, you know, if we can get those things done, you know, we can get in there and we can clean the dust that's around the actual heat exchanger. You know, we can clean this, you know, the dust that's on the blower assemblies, and you know, we can get rid of that stuff, and you know, when we start this equipment up for the first time in the season, you won't get that burning smell. But like I said, I do not know if these heat exchangers have been turned on since they were installed. You know, we can only go off the fact that the gas was off. But yeah, we'll check back in here in a little bit. All right, hey everybody. All right, so we're back in the van here. I ended up finding my my temperature reader because I wanted to see what my exhaust temperature was. So I think we were getting around close to 245 to 300. You can see that up here and right here. So yeah, so stuff like that does happen, unfortunately. You know, fortunately for this customer here, you know, we do the preventive maintenance here. Why that would have been missed, I'm not sure. You know, like I said, it's quite possible that the technician that came in done the preventive maintenance on it, you know, turned it off for whatever reason, you know, to check gas pressures, to check your inlet pressures and your outlet pressures, and just forgot to turn it back on. It's not a habit that we need to make as a company, you know, or as a technician. Anytime you install a heat exchanger on a piece of equipment, it is good. I don't care if it's 100 degrees in the building, you know, or 100 degrees outside. You know, you test that equipment because you want to make sure that you don't, you know, the heat exchanger is not cracked. You definitely want to inspect it before you install it. I've had times where, you know, I've done it on train units where I've installed heat exchangers and it had a hairline crack that was missed. And, you know, when we fired it up and we tested it out, we heard a big, you know, that heat exchanger just finished cracking all the way down and up around the elbow. You know, it does happen. You know, so yeah, anytime we do stuff like that, we need to make sure that we do check the equipment. We need to always test our installed parts. You know, it's good rule of thumb. You know, you don't install something and, you know, think it's good and walk away from it because, you know, like that job there, it's only been 2 years since it was installed. You know, and, you know, Like I said, me personally, other technicians may do it differently. I tend, if I'm going to be in there, I might as well go ahead and replace my rollout switches, my flame sensors, my igniters. It's all right there, so it's best to just replace that stuff while you're there. If you want to, you can change out a gas valve. I don't normally do it. There's some companies that have what's called an all list that do it. Some companies actually change out the inducer motors when they change out the heat exchangers. It's whatever that you feel comfortable doing. That particular, inducer motor, I can't say that it was sounding like, it's sounding that bad when the technician was here replacing the heat exchangers. That was before we had took it over doing the service here at this establishment. So I can't condemn that technician. I can only speak of what I would have done as a technician. Once when we're technicians, you start learning your own little knick-knack and way to do things. I tend to try to prevent as many callbacks as I possibly can. And I'm not what's called a parts changer. I don't just go and replace parts, here and, I don't like doing that. But if I'm going to be in there already, I like to make it a habit of just replacing everything that's right there. I mean, your flame sensors, they're not expensive. Your igniters, they're not expensive. Your ignition wire, they're not expensive. It's just a good rule of thumb to replace it if need be. I had a mark right here on my GoPro. I thought these things were supposed to be waterproof. But yeah, so we got it good to go. She's running. I went inside a second ago and I checked all my supply temperature, and we're golden. So it's just going to take a little bit for the building to come on down, come on up to temperature. But guys, that was an easier call. A lot of them aren't going to be that easy. I wish I can say they would, but they're not going to be that easy. But look, we'll check in later. Remember, I love you, and so does Jesus. Have a great day, okay? Bye.